Hey everyone, Delphi Group here with the weekly market report. The market is closing in about less than 10 minutes, but we wanted to get on here to look at some things as we go here. Okay, so here we are, we're on Thinkorswim. Going to look at crypto and Bitcoin at the end for those who want to stay in for that analysis, which is very important. But anyway, this is the SPY. You can see here our target from last week has not hit, but what do we have going on here? We have yesterday, we have a official pivot lower on the SPY, okay? And it's kind of going sideways down now. Okay, we have a volume drop yesterday on the pivot. We had a higher red volume day, okay? The CCI, which is our favorite indicator, it has a sell signal moving lower. Stochastic has crossed with a sell signal. Okay, so for these reasons, we're going to leave our target there for SPY to continue lower. Now remember, we talked about this, I believe, the past 2 weeks. The monthly charts from last month are bullish. Okay, so while we could be, short-term bearish, the overall market could keep going higher. Okay, we could go up, we could consolidate, maybe lower for a few days or a week, and then head higher. Okay, we're not turning bearish by any means. We are just going off the chart. So we do have a pivot here, and we will see if we do come down to hit our target here on the SPY. Okay, the Qs are going to look very similar. Okay, we are in a market though where even bearish charts with pivots are not lasting too long. Okay, so again, we can see here we have a pivot on the Qs today, kind of going sideways. All right, again, we are going to leave our target right there for next week. Same exact setups below on the Qs, okay? And again, same thing. The monthly charts, which outweigh everything else, are bullish as of last month. So again, there's no reason why we just can't come back and then head higher. Kind of similar to this, right? We got the pivot on the Qs, but look, it lasted 1 day, right? And then we went higher, okay? So again, not putting out bearish signals or bearish thoughts, just some possible short-term pullbacks, okay? IWM from last week, a little different story. You can see here on the IWM, our target did hit. IWM was the only one we said would go higher, and we did go higher. The target did hit there. And again, we have a pivot on the IWM. Again, here's a pivot right there, okay? Lower high, lower low. And today we're kind of moving sideways. That's actually a bullish harami, okay? So a little bit different here what's going on. This is support on the IWM. And look at the CCI. The CCI today is, going sideways, okay? Stochastic still way overbought, okay? So this is a little bit of a touchy forecast here, but because the other indexes are pivoting a little lower, we're not going to get crazy with this forecast here on the IWM, okay? We're going to go right back down to this support line, okay, which is around, I don't know, you could say 219, 220. Again, not a huge forecast lower, but if IWM closes under this level, look out below, because there isn't much support for a while here on IWM, okay? You can see how close it came here yesterday to closing under that support level. It saved itself and bounced, okay? So again, watch this. This would be around the 219 level, okay? If we get a close on IWM under 219, we could start to pick up momentum and start to head lower, especially if the other indexes head lower as well, okay? All right, so that's our forecast here on the indexes. let's jump to, we're going to get into crypto a little bit here because some things are happening very important. We talked about this, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. Okay, we are starting to turn more and more bullish here on crypto. And why is that? Because this is the 2017 bull market, okay? Now, don't know what's going to happen here if this is all going to happen again. So this is, I would say, more question mark than anything. But we are now coming up to the middle of July right here, okay, which is about next week, okay? So we've actually had some short positions during this kind of sideways to down chop in crypto. We haven't really had any calls. We are starting to nibble today on some calls, some ETF calls. We took some other crypto stock related name calls. We're starting to nibble. Why? Because we are looking for this move in crypto here, basically part of July and all of August, okay? You can see what happened. This was the middle of July. So we are starting to deploy cash to some crypto, crypto names in the stock market, calls, stuff like that. Okay, we are looking for this move, okay? And then come September is historically the worst month of the year in crypto. So we will be looking for that. Whatever positions we're taking, we're going to be cashing out come September, okay? And that goes for actual cryptocurrencies, which we've started to add some actual cryptos today in our crypto portfolio, okay? So anyway, that's what we're looking for in crypto. And we can see here what's going on with Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin has broken out of the channel we talked about, this downward channel, which is also the handle. If we pan out here a little bit, which also is the handle to this bullish cup and handle pattern. Okay, we can see it is breaking out. Okay, not decisively, but it is breaking out. Okay, and we think the big move will come once we take out the all-time highs here, okay? This pattern, there's several patterns we are eyeing, but this pattern here as well is pointing almost to 150,000, okay? We are looking for 140 to 150,000 to exit the majority of our holdings, crypto calls. We know there's people out there with crazy, 200, 250, 300,000 targets. We're going to be happy to take 140 to 150 this cycle, okay? So that's something to watch. Another thing to watch here on this chart, which has just happened recently, if we look here, okay, the white line is the 20-day moving average. The red line is the 50, okay? We got across last week. Okay, we can see the 20-day has crossed over the 50-day. Okay, so we got across there. This is a pretty big deal. Why is this a pretty big deal? Look what happened the last time that this has happened back here. Okay, the last time we got that cross was back here. Okay, Bitcoin went roughly, I would say it went from 85,000, okay, all the way up to the all-time highs at 112. Okay, so is history going to repeat itself? We sure do hope so. Okay, so that's something else to watch. So again, we are slowly getting back in crypto calls in the stock market. We have been adding, and there's the closing bell. We have been adding some also to our crypto positions. Again, we will be looking to cash out the majority of all these positions come the beginning of September, if not sooner, okay? So this is just something to keep an eye on. Felt this was very important. So hope you guys enjoyed this market report. And again, we will be here again next Tuesday. Have a great and good luck week trading. We will see you on next Tuesday's call. Take care.